Hello there, and welcome to this morning's coffee and card. That's a little bit low, actually. Let me just sort that out. Okay. As you may have seen, let me just see if I can turn the volume down on that phone. I don't know if anybody is on, so let's see who is here. No, I'm not too good today, Wendy, but I didn't want to let people down. Both myself and Craig have COVID, which I can't let people down. I've done coffee and card for over 2 years, and I didn't want to miss one. So it's not so good, but anyway, didn't want to let anyone down. So we're both at home struggling away with COVID after our wonderful trip to the US. So I'm going to turn the camera off from me because I'm not feeling my best. So I thought I'll put it on desk and I can still say morning and everything to people. So I hope you can see me. Oh, that's a bit wonky. I'd forgotten what to do this morning with the camera and everything. So let's see who's on. Wendy's on. Oh, hi, Kay. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Anne. I'm not too good, really. Hi, Maria. Hi, Karen. Hi, Catherine. Please do say hi and do give a thumbs up if you can. Battling our way through COVID. So yeah, please do bear with me if you've got parcels due and things like that. I'm trying to keep just the essentials going. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Karen. So typically this week is week 5, and I usually do a more complex card on week 5. So that's typical, but that's fine. We'll power through together. And I've got lovely Craig here. I'm on desk view. He's brought me a cup. Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's, morning, Lorraine. Oh, hi, Angie. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Yeah, I hope we're feeling better soon because we've really not seen anyone since we got back. Supposed to go visit our parents and sort of share photographs and things with them, but we've not been able to do that. So I didn't want to not do this week, but I do want to talk to you about next week because round 22 is starting next week and I'm going to have to delay it a week just because the stuff's due tomorrow, but I'm not going to be able to get things to the post office, and I'm certainly not going to be able to do deliveries, and I don't want to be passing anything on to anybody. So what I'm going to do is delay round 22 by a week, so it will start on the 21st of June, but I will still be online next Tuesday, and I'll just do a random card. I'll just do a random card for you next Tuesday, which I've done before when oh, thank you, Margaret. I've done before when I was waiting for products to arrive and things like that. So this is the card we're going to do today. There's lots of elements, and as I said, I did case this from a lady who's on the Colour Fusers blog hop with me. I've forgotten her name. I think it's Tammy. So we've got a bit of watercolour and we've got a bit of embossing. We've got a bit of all sorts going on. And typically, as I said, it's the most complex one of the round, but that's fine. So in your pack, let's go through what you have. You should have your card base in basic white, and then you will have a piece that I have embossed for you, which is with the timber. I think it's called timber embossing folder. It's like a bark. Yeah, it is lucky, Wendy. And then we have a small rectangle here. And now this is actually the shimmer card. So if you have a look at it, you should be able to see it sparkle a little bit. Then we have, you've got a piece, do you know something? I can't find my cloud, unless it's still in the bag. Oh, it is. So you might be thinking, Julie's not done me a cloud, but mine was hidden in the bag. you've got a little label, you've got some twine, then you've got a piece of spare basic white for doing the sailing boat on. So there's a lot of elements to this one. Or you've also got a piece of the New Horizons. Yes, I'm still rolling that out, and it's reduced until it sells out. 30% off, £7.52 if you loved it. Oh, hi Val. Yeah, we're not doing so good, Val. Okay, so the first thing we need to start doing is we need to watercolour our piece of shimmer card, the rectangle, and I'm going to use the Balmy Blue, and I'm going to use a thick water brush, and I'm just going to do like a wash across, and I'm using the ink from the lid. Don't put your water brush in the ink pad. I don't think you'll have very good results if you do that, and you could make your ink pad go a bit dodgy. So I'm just doing a watercolour wash, and I purposely don't go to the edges because I'll show you what I like. Now I'm not going all the way down. You can come back over it if you want to add a bit more. Now, I should have maybe prepped this earlier and let it dry. Might not be able to maybe finish the card because it's wet through. Just going to add a little bit more, make it a bit darker at one end. That will do. I've wet it through that. Okay. So you're going to need to do the top sort of 2/3 there, and it will roll up. So put that to one side. It's important you do that first because it needs to allow time to dry. And I've used our water painters. Oops, I've just dribbled on the table. They are by far superior to the ones that we had before, I have to say. Now let me show you on here. I love how I've not gone quite to the edge there, and you get that little sort of darker bit where it's just gone. Can you see? It's very artistic. Okay. So we've set that to one side. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do a little bit of stamping. And I'm going to get my stencil out and hope that I can do a good job with this. What I've done on this card, which is what Tammy did, and I thought it was a really cool idea, is to do the sails, 2 different colours, which I love. So I'm going to do one in Balmy Blue, the smaller one. I've not even got my blocks out today. And then I'm going to do the larger one in Misty Moonlight. But I think, and please don't give me hate, I don't think I cleaned my stamps from last time, which is really naughty. I just pack away. So I'm going to do them now with my stamp cleaner. Oops. Doesn't really matter about the big one because I think that was in Misty Moonlight anyway. It's good to give it a clean. And then I need a block for the mast. It's actually nice to do a bit of crafting and take my mind off thinking about how rubbish I feel. Right, okay, so I've cleaned those. That's all. Oh, I might clean the birds actually because I don't know if I stamped them in navy or misty, or so they're clean as well. Right, we've done all our cleaning. Little tip while I'm waiting for the stuff to dry. This mast, it does move. It's a bit bendy because it's a thin die. So rather than put it on here and sort of move it by accident and it won't fit in your punch correctly, pop it down the other way with the flat side facing up and the bit that you'd stamp facing down in the right position. Let it just sit naturally and then take your block to it and then pick it up with the block. Oh, that sounds good, Wendy. Your teacher gifts. Wendy's making teacher gifts. Sorry, I'm trying to do my crafting. I'm not looking at comments. Right, so I'm going to stamp the... let me just check I've got this the right way around. Yep, I have. And I'm going to stamp this in here. Oops. I'm going to move it down a bit because I think I'm going to end up with my head on camera. It's not too bad, that. Now that's a bit rubbish. Let's go back on it, and that's even rubbisher. So what we can do is we can use the emergency side. Apart from I've got a little mark there, so let's use the emergency side because that was really poor. Let's blame feeling under the weather. That's better, Julie. How many have we got on? Oh, we've got 19 of you on. Are you watching on Facebook? I think most are watching on YouTube today. Oh, that's a lot better. That's perfecto, actually. That looks really good. And then we need to do the mast, and I'm doing that in crumb cake, so they're all three are different colours. Yeah. I hope you all had a lovely long weekend as well. Done a thumbs up, very good. Thank you, Val. Right, okay, so that's a lot better. So I'm going to take the punch. It looks quite cute with them all different colours. And I'm going to pop this in here. Line it up, all being well. There we go. Right, let's see how that's looking. Obviously we've got the little... There we go. It's not too bad. Not too bad considering circumstances. Right. Oh, what time is it there, Carrot? Right, now while we've waiting for the thing to dry still, I'm going to, you know, you've got a very small area to stamp this. Hope it's your best day ever, but I think I'm confident you can do it. So at least the stamps are see-through, so we should have a little bit of help. So I'm going to split. I'm going to stamp click stamp hope it's your best day ever onto the label. There we go. Perfect, that's all right. I'm happy with that. So we've done that. Okay, I'm just trying to look at all the elements we can do. Right, I've got ink everywhere, so I've got a bit of hand gel here actually, so let's see if it'll get the ink off. Okay, what we can do is we can glue this on here actually while we're waiting. That's a little job we can be doing. Now with the folder, you can decide which way you want it. It looks all right either way actually, but I'm going to have it with the sort of, it's not debossed, it's sort of, you see it raised up. And what you need to do is, because it can curl when it's been through the folder, you just need to give it an extra bit of love. Hi Anne. So I'm just going to give that a lot of, we can stick that down because we've no ribbon to tie round. Okay, we've done our thingy, we've done our, yeah. So we can be, I'm just biding time to get this thing to dry. It's looking all right actually. So we can be in the meantime popping a foam pad on the back of here. Maybe sneak another one in there. So we can pop those on there. We can pop pads onto here to give us a bit of time. Okay, right, so let's see how our watercolour background's doing. Still a bit wet, but it's not too bad actually. So can you see, I love the edges. Oh, thanks Bab. I'm not good, Anne. I've got COVID. At least we got it now when we got home and not in New York. Well, we loved seeing Hamilton, Wendy. We loved seeing Hamilton, and we had a lovely cruise that set off from New York, which was fabulous. Craig would probably say going to the Kennedy Space Centre, because one of the ports was Cape Canaveral. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is use this paper as the sea, and you're going to go freestyle. You're going to freestyle it, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go up and then down and create a little wave like that. Now that maybe looks a little bit high, so I might just take a little bit of that off. Looks a bit rocky, does that see? Okay, and what you can do is you can actually glue that down and then cut off the excess like that. It's all about, I'm all about making stuff easy. So I'll probably do that like that. In fact, let me glue it, let me hold it in place and trim it down and then glue it. Let's see how we get on. I'll make a pig's ear of everything today because I'm not too good. I'm human. Right, so I'm just going to trim this down like that. So this is the, I liked using this because this was one I had quite a few bits left over of this paper, and I thought, oh, that would make a nice C. So that's going to glue onto there like that, okay. There we go. Okay. So we have got another little thing to do. Is what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that there, but we need to do the shadow of the boat. So it's the other triangle, and I'm going to use Misty Moonlight for it. So I'm going to put this on a bit of an angle like that. I'm going to just put the shadow there like that. There. And then I can actually glue the mast down. Those papers are a must-have. So that's going to glue there, like that. And then, right, so before we do anything else, I'm going to stamp some little birds. And I've done quite a few here. I do love the little birds on this stamp set. I'd always have a practice before. Yep. So I'm going to do some over here on the left, like that. Some up here. And then some over here, like that. And then we can start adding things. So we can add the cloud there. And you do cover some of the birds up, but that's fine. I like that because it looks like they're flying through the clouds. And then we can add the sails. And just sort of build it all up. This one's probably not going to be as good as the original. Okay. It's nearly dry. It's not too bad. So I'm going to... That will then be added onto there like that. Does look quite rocky, that sea. It looks quite rough. I've done it quite high, that wave. So because this has had a little bit of water on it, it's probably a little bit, what's the word, warped? Not warped, but so you probably need to give it a little bit more love. I would suggest having in your craft room a pack of pegs. Not that I do. I used to have some of those mini wooden ones which were fabulous. And you can peg it down to make sure it's stuck down really well. Actually, I think this one's stuck down better than the other one. Okay. And the final thing we've got left to do is the this little thing. Now, I'm not a fan of doing these loops, but I just thought it looked all right. So I'm going to loop the linen thread around my fingers. So it's like that. And you can gather it. Yeah, so it's like a little loop. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it a bit, and pinch it. Yeah, so it's a bit like a bow, but without the tails. Can you see that? And what I'm going to do is grab a glue dot, because I messed this up when I did it on my initial card. So I'm going to grab a glue dot and I'm going to sort of glue it together with a little glue dot where it's pinched in the middle, yeah? And I'm going to pop that down there like that. Okay? And then that, you see, is going to go... So, oh, the glue, I've just moved it now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop some foam pads over that and hopefully it will look all right. So I'm going to pop that on there. I have put 4 foam pads on 4 dimensionals, just to make sure it sits down okay. I think it's, there we go. Lots of textures on this card today. We've got the watercolouring, we've got the embossing in the background, we've got the linen thread. Lots and lots of textures. And that is actually the last card of the course. These 5-week courses seem to go quicker and quicker, but as always, I've brought out all the cards that we've done over the last 5 weeks. There we go. I hope you can see those. That camera's wonky, but hope you can see those okay. I'll do a better photo of them all together and put it on my social media at some point. But there are the 5 weeks of cards with the Let's Set sale. The bundle is still available. The papers that I've used on 3 of the cards are still available and reduced. I know, well done to me. I'm going to give myself a round of applause for powering through. So just to remind you, next week I was going to start Coffee and Card round 22. I'm going to delay it for 1 week so that I can make sure I get your parcels out to you safely, and not pass any books on and everything. But I will be back on Tuesday, and I'll just do a random card. And so bring some supplies and we could craft along together. And we will be back on Thursday. It's our 2-year celebration of paper crafts and piano. I do hope that we are feeling a little bit better by then. Thank you, Karen. So if you are free on Thursday night, we would love to see you there. For some, Craig will be playing some firm favourites. Okay, that's made me so happy that you're going to do that. That's lovely. So yeah, I'm not going to put my face back on the screen because, quite frankly, I'm not feeling very camera ready this morning. So I will see you all on Thursday evening. I am working a bit slower, so if you do message me, it might take a little bit longer for me to respond. But anyway, thank you for joining me this morning, and if you made the cards, I'd love to see a photo of them. And you take care, and I'll see you Thursday. Thank you. Bye.